Conan short stories start this month on the 26th. Conan Lord of the Mount is the first from Titan Books of all of these short stories that are coming in the near future. Let's read the news. Hello and welcome to World of Conan, and today we're talking about the upcoming short stories from Titan Books. So the first Conan story is Conan Lord of the Mount. As we can see here from this article, new Conan the Barbarian short stories coming from Titan Books. It seems to be Titan Books reveals a new monthly short story series, so we should get every month a short story about Conan the Barbarian, starting with, as I said, Conan Lord of the Mount. This September 26th, it seems to be the date, according to Amazon. So, as you can see, that's the cover. I've seen that image used on some comic cover, I think. It seems really familiar. Can't place where. But anyway, let's read the article here. Titan Books and Heroic Signature are collaborating to release a new series of Conan the Barbarian short story, including other characters by Robert E. Howard. Yeah, we'll see when the other character short stories are going to be dropping. I wonder. The first book in the series is Conan Lord of the Mount by Stephen Graham Jones. Will be released in September 2023, featuring cover art showcased by Screen Rant. You can see the cover art here in better than up there. Can't place it. It seems really familiar. Anyway, it doesn't say the date here, but on Amazon it says 26th of this month. The series will continue with various authors and titles exploring different aspects of the Conan universe, offering exciting content for fans and potentially hinting at the possibility of a Conan the Barbarian 3 film. This line really is like a bomb. It just dropped here. It's like, I don't really know how to take this, because obviously movies and the TV show stuff has been talked about, speculated about, but once again, this is really interesting news. But it's the first thing I've heard about a third film, really, except of course the speculation about the Arnold movie, which have been quite squashed, really, for quite a while. So the news that they would be thinking, well, yeah, they were first thinking about the TV series, but then we found out there might not be a TV series being made, even though it was like, I guess it was in talks, but then it wasn't in talks. It's all kind of confusing. So now, as I've understood it, I think, I really am not sure here, but I think they're thinking about a movie for the next one. Then I guess maybe, who knows? It's completely crazy on the movie TV series part of the whole Conan thing. No one knows. But anyway, let's read on. The new Conan Barbarian stores are on their way from Titan Books in partnership with Heroic Signatures, beginning with Conan Lord of the Mount. 2022 marked the 40th anniversary of Conan the Barbarian film, and 2023 has seen a resurgence in appreciation for the character in the form of releases like John Walsh's Making of Conan the Barbarian book. I really have to order that. I gotta remember to order that. And this new string of short stories. Releasing monthly, the short story series will not only focus on Conan, but also on other characters created by Robert E. Howard. So I guess they're gonna, in this, they're not gonna have like a separate thing for themselves. They're just gonna, all of the short stories are just gonna feature different characters from Robert E. Howard. So that's cool. Hopefully at the end or at some point they're gonna print an actual collection of the short stories. That would be cool for a lot of people like to read on paper still. not just on digital, because this obviously firstly will be on digital here, not on not in a paperback form as of yet. The first book in the Books Heroic Signature series is called Lord of the Mount by Stephen Graham Jones, an award-winning author known in part for his horror novel The Only Good Indians. Screen Rant is happy to not only announce Titan Books' upcoming series as a whole, but also showcase the cover art for Jones' short story. See the cover of Conan, Lord of the Mount below. Yes, it's a good-looking cover. The Titan Books and Heroic Signature short story series is an exciting revisitation of the world of Conan and can help those still hoping for Conan the Barbarian 3 news to hold out a little longer. The series will also feature other Robert E. Howard characters, including Solomon Kane, excellent, Belit and El Borak, and both stories from other authors like Michael Stackpole, Brian D. Anderson, and V. Castro. Take a look at an expanded list of stories and authors below. Yeah, I haven't read that much fiction in that way in the past few years, so I just don't really know these names that well. But like here, oh no, it was the date was here. Okay, good. So, I can't. Yeah. But anyway, Conan Lord of the Mount by Stephen Graham Jones. Obviously, it's kicking it off with on the 26th. Then we get Conan Black Starlight by John C. Hawking on October the 17th. Then we get Solomon Kane, The Hound of God by Jonathan Mayberry, November 28th. We get Conan the Child by Brian D. Anderson. So I guess that's gonna be about maybe a Conan when he was a child, or a child who is centered to the plot. Obviously, December 26th, Conan the Shadow of Vengeance by Scott Oden, January 30th, Belit and Jade Temples. We get our first Belit story there, February 27th. Bran Mak Morn, okay. We get Red Waves Slaughter by Stephen L. Shrewsbury, March 26th. So that's the first Bran Mak Morn tale. Conan Terror from the Abyss, Henry Hertz, April 30th. Conan Lethal Consignment by Sean Hamill, May 14th. Solomon Kane, The Banquet of Souls by Stephen Saville, June 25th. Conan Bone Whispers by Michael Stackpole, July 23rd. Conan the Halls of Immortal Darkness. that's a cool name. Ballard Baron, August 20th. And then we get our first El Borak story, The Siege of Lamakan by James Lovegrove, September 24th. So that's really cool. It's not far away. Basically 18-19 days until we hit the first short story from Titan Books. First Conan short story. You can check out. Here's the Amazon page. So it's gonna be $2 for the first short story. There's no information how long the short story is gonna be, but yeah. Anyway, so you can already pre-order it, which I'm gonna do, and then we get our first taste, and we get to see what the quality is of these new short stories. If they're good, if they're great. Hopefully they are great. I mean, there's lots of potential in this universe, so I'm really looking forward to checking out these short stories. They're also more accessible and easier to just dive into, read, than a whole book of of any fiction, really. So it's an easy step in. Also, it's really cool because in that sense, since Conan and all his tales were short stories, except of course for The Hour of the Dragon, which became basically the only novel, although it was released in chunks. Was it 4 or 5? So that's really cool that we are getting new short stories as well, which we were talking about earlier in a previous video. But anyway, what do you guys think? This is the new book that is coming from, or new short story that's coming from, what was the name? Stephen Graham Jones. And here's the cover. Tell me what you think. You're looking forward. I'm gonna pre-order. I'm gonna read it. Tell me what you think, and let's talk about it. What your hopes and dreams are for the new Conan short stories, as well as Solomon Kane. And oh yeah, there wasn't a Kull short story here at all, which is interesting. No one didn't want to dip their toes into the Kull territory as of yet. That's interesting, because Kull really lends himself into the more the metaphysical aspect of Howard's stories. So they could. That's a nice scenery to paint in. But anyway, yeah. So looking forward to it, and I'll see you in the next video. Hail Conan.